I got up very early this morning to set the time-lapse camera running to capture these beautiful sights and colours of our sail into Bergen. It truly was a stunning entry. Hello and welcome to part 3 of our Sky Princess 7-night cruise to the Norwegian Fjords. In this episode we arrive in Bergen, take a trip on the funicular railway to a nature reserve, have a wonderful dinner in Sabatinis, see a top-rate comedian and enjoy some music in the Vista Lounge. So we're finally arriving here in Norway. You can see some of the scenery going by us. A little bit late arriving, but that's due to unforeseen circumstances with the weather, isn't it, Lindsey? So we're enjoying the sailing now, and I'll just turn around and let you see what we've got. It's quite amazing. You can see how deep the fjords are because we're actually quite close to the sides, and yet we've got the depth that will allow us to go in this close to the side of the fjords and see all the little shacks and houses that are there.
Fishing huts.
Fishing huts, yeah.
That's where they keep the boat. No sign of snow yet.
No snow yet, no. Oh, there's a big bridge coming up. I wonder if we go under that one. Continuing our sailing to Bergen, we passed under this spectacular bridge, and in Sky Princess we had a limited clearance of just 5 metres. And this is what the port of Bergen looked like from the balcony on board Sky Princess. Bergen is the second largest city in Norway, and at one point in time was the country's capital. The city is a strange mix of old-fashioned Hanseatic buildings and modern contemporary buildings. Before we arrived in Bergen, we had no firm plans what we were going to do, so we strolled for a while and soon found ourselves heading towards the famous funicular railway. So we went up in the railway and found some wonderful views at the top, and it also gave us time to explore the local nature reserve. As you can see, the sights really were stunning, and we were doubly blessed because the weather behaved itself as well. The nature reserve seemed a very popular place to visit, both for the locals and visitors like ourselves. We walked for quite some time exploring the beautiful Norwegian countryside and making the most of the fantastic weather. As you can see, we spent some time here and found the troll park quite intriguing. We bumped into some other passengers off the ship and found them trying to climb across a rope bridge, so yes, I had to have a go as well, and it wasn't as easy as it looked. After coming back down to earth again, we had another stroll around the city and ended up getting lost temporarily trying to find our way back to the ship. So what do you think of Bergen, Norway?
Very nice.
Yeah.
A bit expensive, but you expect that.
Yeah, very pretty actually, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of buildings are lovely architecture.
Yeah.
And some are better kept than others.
Yeah. And it was nice, our little trip up to the nature reserve.
Yeah. Went to see the family.
Went to see the family, yeah. Meet your sister again. So we've had a really good day in Bergen today. Quite busy. We've been out for a walk. We went right up to the top of the mountain, had a walk around the nature reserve, looked down over and saw some beautiful sights. Got sort of half lost coming back into town trying to find the ship, but we got back in the end. Had a bit of a rest this afternoon because we've done just over 6 miles. Looking forward now to going to Sabatinis for our lovely evening meal. Before we went to dinner at Sabatini's, we popped into Vines for a quick glass of Prosecco, just to get us in the mood. Sabatini's is the specialty Italian restaurant on board, which we thoroughly enjoyed last year on Regal Princess. We found the portion sizes on Sky Princess noticeably smaller than those on Regal. However, this did mean that we could enjoy more courses of our meal. We began with a pre-antipasti dish before our actual starters arrived.
Yeah, what's on, Ken? What be doing?
I've got my Prosecco in Sabatini's.
How many glasses have you had tonight?
Just the 3 so far.
Oh, right, okay.
But we haven't got to the soup yet.
Okay. Very tasty though, isn't it, so
Lovely.
far?
Yeah, very nice.
Very
good
nice.
Indeed. And the same waiter as we had last year on Regal Princess. You wouldn't believe it, would you?
No, poor Blighter hasn't managed to escape, has he?
No, not at all.
But soon will.
Soon will.
Yeah.
Well, August.
Yeah, August.
The next course was our soup, which Lindsey said she thought was her favourite item in the whole evening. After the soup came our pasta dishes, followed by our main course. And then we got to something we couldn't eat on Regal because we were so full. We actually had our desserts. And boy, were they worth waiting for.
Managed to get into it. Ball inside a ball.
After another quick drink in Vines, we set off to the theatre to see Josh Daniels.
And anybody? I don't want to forget anybody. No. Oh yeah, Rupert on lights. Who's going home after this cruise because his wife's just had a baby, by the way, so I'll mention that. He's really excited, we all are. He hasn't been home for 11 months, he's so excited. No, I'll tell you what you could do, because they're fantastic, they've got all the gadgets on this ship. But you know, if you could restart the router.
Yeah.
No, we have. So if you could just do some maybe mood lighting or something like that, is that okay? So I hope to see you at my late night adult show, and look, if you do get offended at my late night adult show, come and see me straight afterwards, and I'll offend you some more. That's what it's advertised as. All right. This is a song about my wife, and she gave me full permission to sing this, by the way, sisters. All right, and it's only about her. It's not about any other woman in the world. She sneaked up behind me and she said, I said, "Oh, sweetheart, you weren't supposed to hear that." She said, "Oh, you've got to do that when you get onto Sky." I said, "Okay." So I've got full permission to do it. She puts her good teeth in and shaves all her facial hair. She slaps on some makeup, then looks at me with despair. And then she'll ask me, "Do I look fat tonight?" I say, "My darling, you've got wonderful eyesight."
The entertainment on Princess just keeps coming, so after the theatre we went to the Vista Lounge to enjoy some more wonderful music.
Well, we've had an interesting day today. It was a really nice sail through the fjord up to Bergen.
Yeah, it's good.
And because we were a little bit late, it meant that everybody was able to see where we were going, and that was very pleasant. We had an odd phone call at one point.
We did.
From Janelle, who's the loyalty
manager.
Very nice lady, and we've had a few chats with her, and she had been chatting to us earlier in the day, and we mentioned that we couldn't get into the Crown Grill, so she's mentioned that in dispatches, and we've got a place at Crown Grill to eat tomorrow night.
Thank you very much again, Princess.
Thank you very much again, and it doesn't stop us doing an honest review of it, so we'll be quite happy to do that, but that'll be exciting to have that opportunity as well.
So, talking about food, where did we go for dinner this evening?
We went back to Sabatinis. We were there last year on Regal, and we ended up having exactly the same waiter as we did last year.
From Macedonia.
Really nice guy with a fantastic sense of humour. And yeah, we had a really nice night. They have changed the menu. They have changed the quantities.
Yeah, they have changed the quantities. Thank goodness. Last year we were so uncomfortable. We didn't eat dessert last year, which was a shame because they looked really nice. But we didn't eat dessert last year. We were just so uncomfortable with that so much. But they've reduced the quantities this year, but not the quality.
Yeah, and so we ended up having sweet as well.
We did. And your personal favourite tonight?
Zabaglione.
I thought you liked the soup.
Oh, overall, it was the soup that was just amazing.
It was a fondue, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was classified as a fondue, but it was a soup.
Very nice.
Really good.
My favourite tonight, which is unusual for me, was the pork tenderloin.
Yeah, because you're not really a pork eater.
No, I'm not really a pork person, but it was so tender and so tasty. It's lovely, wrapped in pancetta with a stuffed parmesan as well. It was just gorgeous. But thumbs up again for Sabatini. Really nice meal, really good service.
Yeah. Lovely sense of humour, made the whole night worthwhile.
And really nice prosecco.
Yeah. And we've also been to the theatre tonight and seen Josh Daniels.
If ever you get an opportunity to see Josh Daniels, he's a comedian. Yeah. He is fantastic.
Yeah, he is really funny. Yeah. And he will be apparently doing a late show later on in the cruise. And I have no doubt it's going to be absolutely heaving because everybody coming out was just saying how brilliant he was, how funny it was. Goodness knows if you walk in late or leave early, you've had it. But done in a really nice way. And he
really makes me look forward to cruising.
If anybody's seen him, you'll know
what that is. Yeah.
I'm not saying anymore.
No.
But yeah, that was really good.
That was good. Then we
finished off the night at
Vista Lounge with Ocean Boulevard again. Yeah. Really good band.
Not quite sure what their interpretation of country and western music was, but there you go. It was very nice to listen to. Really good. Not what I would call country and western.
No, but I thoroughly enjoyed it as well. So yeah, good. Another super night.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from me.
And him, her,
even.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good night, darling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good night.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this vlog and would like to see more, please hit the like button, leave some comments, and consider subscribing. It costs nothing, but really helps us continue to make more content like this. Oh, and don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified when new vlogs come online. You may also like to choose one of the options displayed on the screen now.